In the last video, that is part 1 of chapter 3, we learned that India's geography played a very big role in shaping its history. The tall Himalayas protect the land and help keep the climate warm in the north. Rivers like Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra gave water for farming and helped people travel and trade. That's why early settlements and big cities were built near rivers. Mountain passes allowed people to come and go, bringing new ideas, culture and trade. Different regions developed in different ways depending on the land, rivers and rainfall. Now, in this video, we are going to continue the part 2 of chapter 3. The far southwestern part of Indian peninsula is today's Kerala, a region bordered by the scenic Malabar coast. Over time, this coastal belt saw the rise of several small yet significant ports and kingdoms, making it an important center for trade and cultural exchange. However, despite its coastal prosperity, reaching neighboring regions like Maharashtra, Karnataka, or even parts of inland Kerala was not easy. The reason lies in the towering Western Ghats, a rugged mountain range with steep slopes and very few natural passes. These high mountains acted as a strong natural barrier, limiting movement and communication across regions. As a result, Kerala remained somewhat isolated from the rest of the subcontinent for a long time, which also helped it develop its own distinct culture, language and traditions. Between the Indus and Gangetic rivers in the north and the Vindhya mountains in the south lies a wide stretch of land. This land is split into two parts by the Aravalli mountains. The land west of the Aravalli is mostly covered by the Thar desert, and the portion of Rajasthan also lies in this desert zone. In ancient times, the desert was too large and dry for most people to live there. Only a few fertile oases, small green patches with water, had human settlements. People used camels to cross the deserts from early times, making travel possible across the region. The southeastern part of Rajasthan, however, is more fertile and supported early human settlements. This region also had the K3 copper mines, which led to the settlements during the Chalcolithic period. Rajasthan gradually turns into the rich plains of Gujarat, watered by rivers like Narmada, Tapi, Mahi and Sabarmati. Gujarat sits at the northwest edge of the Deccan Plateau and includes Kathiawar Peninsula, which doesn't get much rain. Its coastline is uneven, forming many natural harbors. Because of this, Gujarat has been a center for coastal and foreign trade since ancient times, and its people became known for being skilled and adventurous traders. Just south of the Ganga-Yamuna Doab is bordered by the Chambal River to the west, Sun River to the east, Vindhya Mountains and Narmada River to the south lies Madhya Pradesh. The northern part of Madhya Pradesh has rich and fertile lands. Today, Madhya Pradesh is India's largest state and can be split into eastern and western parts. The eastern part, mostly covered by hills, wasn't historically important during the Gupta period, that is 4th to 5th century AD. But the western part, especially Malwa, has seen much activity since 6th century BC. Malwa supported the Gujarat ports, serving as their hinterland. Many battles were fought between northern and southern powers to control Malwa and Gujarat. For example, the Shakas and Shatavahanas clashed over this area during 1st and 2nd centuries AD. In the 18th century, even the Marathas and Rajputs. Many parts of India are naturally surrounded by rivers, mountains, deltas or even plateaus. These areas are often became political and administrative units with different ruling dynasties rising and falling over time. Because India is so large and travel was difficult in ancient times, it wasn't easy for one kingdom to control the entire country. Natural borders like mountains and rivers made it even harder. Over time, each region developed its own culture, way of life and language. In northern and western India, most languages came from same family called Indo-Aryan. So they shared many common words and styles. Still, one language, that is Sanskrit, was respected and studied almost everywhere across the country. Vindhya mountain range runs from west to east, dividing north and south India. People who spoke Dravidian languages lived in the south of Vindhyas. Those who spoke Aryan languages lived in the north. In the middle, within the Vindhya region, lived indigenous tribal communities, and some of them still live there today. The coast along the eastern and western Ghats are attractive places to live and trade. The southern part of India had an active and successful foreign trade system, especially through its ports. Even though the Vindhya mountains posed challenges, they were not impossible to cross. People traveled from north to south and south to north, sharing ideas, traditions, and languages. Rulers, traders, missionaries, and cultural leaders like Brahmanas regularly moved between the regions. This two-way flow helped build a rich and blended culture across India. Although many areas had national borders, not every region had all the resources needed to survive, such as metals or fertile land. So even from prehistoric times, people traded and traveled between regions, creating a network of connections across India. The use of natural resources had played a major role in shaping India's history. Before people started settling in large numbers, much of the Indian plains were covered by dense forest because of heavy rainfall. These forests were full of wild animals and provided food for animals, wood for fires, and timber for building. In the earliest times, burnt bricks weren't used much, so people built houses and wooden fences called palisades. Remains of these wooden structures have been found at Pataliputra, India's first major capital. For building and making tools, India had plenty of stone, including sandstone. Early human settlements mostly appeared in hilly regions and river valleys between hills, where water and protection were easily available. In later periods, more temples and sculptures made of stone were found in the Deccan and South India than in the northern plains. India is rich in copper. The best copper mines are in the Chota Nagpur Plateau, especially in the Singhbhum district. Copper was also found in South Bihar and parts of Madhya Pradesh. The K3 mines in Rajasthan were used by both pre-Vedic and Vedic people from areas like Pakistan, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Ganga Yamuna region. Many of these mines date back to before 1000 BC. Copper was the first metal used, and in Hindu tradition it's still considered pure. That's why copper utensils are used in religious ceremonies. In ancient times, tin was rare. Some tin was possibly found in Rajasthan and Bihar, but those deposits are now gone. Since bronze is made by mixing copper and tin, ancient India had very few bronze objects. During Harappan era, people may have gotten tin from Rajasthan and Afghanistan, but the supply was limited. As a result, Harappan bronze tools were less in number and had less tin from tools from places like Western Asia and Egypt. From the early Christian era, India built strong trade ties with Burma and Malay Peninsula, where tin was more abundant. This helped in producing more bronze items, especially statues of gods in South India. India has lots of iron ore, especially in South Bihar, Eastern Madhya Pradesh and Karnataka. Once people learned how to smelt iron using bellows, a tool that blows air to increase heat, they could make steel. Iron was used for making weapons, clearing dense forest and helping with better farming. The rise of Magadha Empire between 6th and 4th century BC was helped by easy access to iron nearby. Around the same time, the Avanti kingdom with its capital Ujjain became powerful due to widespread of iron use. Powers like Shatavahanas in Andhra and Karnataka likely used local iron deposits as well. Andhra Pradesh has lead, and this explains why Shatavahanas, who ruled parts of Andhra and Maharashtra in 1st and 2nd centuries AD, issued many lead coins. India's earliest coin, called punch-marked coins, were mostly made of silver. Even though silver is not common in India, still, silver mines, which were once active in the Kharagpur hills, were mentioned even during Akbar's time. These mines helped explain the presence of silver coins in ancient Bihar. India has gold, mostly in the Kolar goldfields of Karnataka. Kolar was also the earliest capital of Ganga dynasty in South Karnataka. Also, gold coins became common between 1st and 5th centuries AD, but when foreign gold supplies dried up, gold coins became rare in India. Additionally, India also had many precious stones and pearls, especially in central India, Odisha and South India. These gems and pearls were highly valued and were among the items that the Romans eagerly bought during the early Christian era. Thus, understanding India's geography is key to understand its history. It explains not just where people lived, but how they lived, traded, fought, prayed and prospered across thousands of years. And I hope you understood the chapter 3 of Ancient India. Until then, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.